Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am making 3 different kinds of shaker cards for you, all with a superhero theme. It's part of a hop for the launch of the first digital card kit by the Crescent Creations shop. I am excited because my friend Neha is the owner of this shop, so I am happy to support her. Here are the cards I'll be making for you today, a little sneak peek, but I thought first we should take a close-up look at the kit contents. Now this is a digital kit, so you're going to get some pre-printed things ready to go. So we have also some shaker elements or sequins, some clay bits, because Crescent Creation, if you didn't know, started out as an Etsy shop with things like this, shaker elements and clay bits. So they have really good stuff in that category. Here are some badges and some banners that can be put together to say, you are my superhero. Each one has a different person printed at the top. There are some pre-printed backdrops for you. These are 5 by 7, and that's what inspired the card size that I'm going to do for my 3 different shaker cards today. I think they're all super cool. Here's some more sequins. So there's 3 different packs in the kit, and I love this backdrop right here. I'm going to use that one in my cards today. And then we've got some pre-printed sentiment strips with the black background and the white letters, always very popular. I definitely use these on my cards today. There is this pre-printed digital stamp set sheet, which, by the way, when you purchase this kit, you actually get an email copy of that so you can print out them as you wish. There's a sheet of vellum, this amazing holographic silver paper that's not too mirrored. I love that. And there are 4 different pieces of cardstock: red, light blue, light yellow, and this dark green, all good quality cardstock. It's not textured, but it's not super smooth. Very interesting. These are the pieces that I'm going to use for card number 1, only stuff from the kit for card number 1, and we're going to make a traditional style shaker. I'm coloring the edge of my badge with a gold gel pen from Pear Blossom Press. These are the best gel pens I've used. There's a white, silver, and gold in this pack. I also used the silver there because I couldn't decide which metallic I wanted. And then for the center of the badge, I'm going to pull out a Copic marker to color it so it matches my background. And that is YG05. I felt like it coordinated at the very least. By the way, did you notice that these images are laser printed? That means not only are they great to Copic color, but you could do some foiling through a laminator with these. I don't have those things, but you could do that. I know a lot of people are into that. I do hot foiling, so should I do both? You tell me. If you do the laminator hot foiling, tell me, should I do both? I added a little gray foreshadowing on my superhero banner, and then you can see how cute those are. They just layer perfectly together. Next, I'm going to take that metallic silver paper. I'm going to cut out the center of it to create a frame, and I'm using my A7 dies from Trinity stamps to cut that out. I can save that piece for later, and now I've got my frame for my shaker, which I went around the edge with some liquid glue, and I'm attaching a window sheet to the back. Then I'm going to go all the way around my frame with some foam tape. This is skinny foam tape that's double thick by Heffy Doodle. I love this tape because it is not sticky on the edges. It makes me so happy. It is the best foam tape. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add the stars from the kit and also some gold seed beads from the Crescent Creation shop as well. I love seed beads in my shaker. It helps move things around. So I added those and then removed the backing to my foam tape, added my panel, which, by the way, I cut down to be 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And then I'm going to have a card base border around this when I'm all done. I'm gluing on my little badge and my banner, layering them together just with liquid glue because the shaker's already thick, you know, and then I'm adding that to my 5 by 7 or A7 card base, and shaker number 1 is done. This is the traditional style shaker, and now we're going to move on to doing a full panel edge to edge shaker. So I picked this paper because I'm going to make a superhero teacher card, and I thought this kind of looks like carpet squares, or the big carpet you're going to go sit on in school for circle time or to build with Legos. And I am cutting a piece of packaging plastic that's a little bigger than this panel, and I'm cutting the corners off. Not too close to my paper. I need a little bit of space in between the edge and the corner. And then I am going to use some super strong adhesive. You could use your double stick tape. I'm using a tape runner here. This is the first time I've used a tape runner. I'm not a big tape runner girl. I'm very much a liquid glue girl. But there are times when you need tape runner. So I'm using this one from scrapbook.com and it worked beautifully. Now I only did 3 sides because I want to leave one open to add my shaker elements. I'm adding the same stars and seed beads that I did on card number 1. And then I can go ahead and seal down the top flap. You want to make sure when you're making a full panel shaker, you don't fold these in too tight. Otherwise, your shaker bits don't have a lot of room to move around. I pulled out my favorite alphabet die set, Oliver's Stitched ABCs. I die cut the word teacher 3 times from pink, yellow, and black. I'm going to cut these apart to make them have the look of a pencil. All of the letters, because when you have a crazy idea when you're creating, sometimes you should just go with it. And I'm glad I did. Look how cute they are. So there's my word teacher. And then I'm going to use this, it's like an explosion look from the printable, and I'm going to cut that out, fussy cut it out. I did pretty good. It's okay. I'm going to use it. And then I'm going to use the already printed and ready to go sentiment strips, and I'm using my quick trimmer from Spellbinders to cut that out. It makes such quick and easy work of things like this. So I have You're a True Hero and To My Favorite Teacher, which I'm going to cut apart so it just says To My Favorite. Next, I have a piece of that green cardstock that I used for the card base in card number 1, and I'm using my T-square ruler to make a dashed line, like when they used to teach handwriting in school. You would write on the dashed line, and sometimes when there were chalkboards, they were green. So I really liked this look for my teacher card. So I spelled out the word teacher, lining it up on that dashed line. Oh my cute. I love how it looks. And then I'm going to glue this onto my card. I made it a little longer than I needed, and then I just cut off the excess, being really careful not to cut my plastic for my shaker. Now the core of these sentiments is white, so I just took my black Copic marker and colored the edges so that was not visible. I added To My Favorite right above teacher, and then I can add that little explosion. I'm going to put it down here at the bottom because teachers really are heroes, right? I think so. And then I'm going to add You Are a True Hero there at the bottom. Next, I stamped these cute little images from a Heffy Doodle stamp set called Just a Note. I actually don't end up using the notepad, although maybe I'll stick it on the inside of the card later. But I use the pencil and I use the pen, and the pencil really ties into that look I did on my letters. And oh my gosh, it turned out so cute. So to stick it down to my black card base, I used some double stick tape and liquid glue to make sure that plastic really adheres well to the black card. I also added a shadow around that burst, and under the words You Are a True Friend, I added a shadow, and then I added white gel pen marks and silver gel pen right under that pink part. I added a little silver gel pen, you know, because of the pencil. Okay, that was my full panel shaker. Next, for card number 3, I'm going to make a shaker element on my card. So I'm using this Peekaboo Car stamp and die set from Avery, Elle. I stamped it, I colored it, I'm die cutting out all the things. And there you can see what they look like. I wanted to make this look like a police car, like black and white, old school police car. I'm going to glue the stamped one onto a piece of window sheet. And then you can see I have 6 other heavyweight cardstock die cut cars. One of them I'm going to glue down to a window sheet. That's going to be the back. The other 5 I glued together to make a super thick piece. That's going to be like my foam tape I used on card number 1. It's going to make my car super thick so I can make the window of this card a shaker. Once the glue was dry, I cut away any excess window sheet that I didn't want to be seen on both pieces. And then this one will be the back. So I can go ahead and glue it to the back of the car. And then I'm going to fill the window with some shaker elements. So I dumped out those stars, and I'm going to pick through and get the dark blue ones and the silver ones. Now there's plain silver and there's like holographic silver in there also. That was super cool, but I don't need that many. So going through and picking them out, it's not that big of a deal. I also added some Snow White seed beads and glued the top on. Somehow I didn't push record on that part. Sorry. But there you can see what it looks like all put together. I'm going to take some more of that silver holographic cardstock and cut out a circle, and that's where my little police car is going to sit. I'm gluing all the things down because the car is super thick as a shaker, so I didn't pop anything up except the little siren that goes on top of the car. So this foam square is not quite as thick as my car is. It's a little thinner, which I liked because it kind of looks like it's sitting back on the car. And then I have these little marks that make it look like the lights spinning and flashing. I thought that was a really fun look to add to this. Give it a little bit of a motion type of look. Okay, for the sentiment, I am using one of the strips again, although I didn't think when I was cutting this that I was cutting apart sentiments that are on the side. But I already started, so I had to do the second cut. Yeah, and it says, not all heroes wear capes. I'm going to glue that right below the headlights on the car. I thought this was perfect for this kind of superhero, but for a police officer card. It's a card. Okay, so I wanted to add something to the inside. So I went to the worldwide internet and I printed out an image of a police badge. I got this idea because there's badges in the kit, but I didn't know they weren't the exact shape of a police badge. So I just printed it out, cut it out, traced it, cut it out from the silver paper. And then I printed out most wear badges. So on the outside, remember it says not all heroes wear capes. On the inside, it says most wear badges. So there you can see my little shaker on the inside of the police car. I think that one's my favorite, but I really like the teacher card too because of those letters, and the background just looks like a big rug in the kindergarten classroom that everybody sits on, and we tell stories and play Legos and whatever. Yeah. So there's my 3 shaker cards, 3 different shakers. We have our traditional, we have our full panel shaker, or edge-to-edge shaker, and then we have a shaker element on the outside of our card. And remember, all 3 of these cards are 5 by 7. Now, there are other people participating in this hop with ideas for this kit just for you. So make sure you hop along with us and leave comments as you go for a chance to win this kit right here. One of you will be selected as a winner and announced in about a week's time. I'll see you all very soon on the next video. Happy stamping! Bye!